Hey guys, so I just got back from the theaters from seeing two movies, one good, one bad. Um, and I'm sure most people, once you see what movies I went and saw, you'll figure out which one's which. The first movie I went and saw was The Boy Next Door. Now, like I said in my last review, if you've seen it, I went with a friend of mine. It was her birthday. She wanted to go. I let her pick the movie, and she picked The Boy Next Door. This was a movie that honestly I wasn't planning on seeing. Although I was kind of curious because I was like, this movie could be from the trailers. It looked unintentionally funny. Like it could be like one of those. It could be so bad it's good kind of movies. And I mean, it didn't look horrible, but I mean, I've seen worse. But it looked like every stalker film that we've ever seen. It looked like Fear. It looked like um, single white female, like any fucking thing like those kinds of films we've seen before. Um, and like Fear was the one that came to my mind first, even though I actually like Fear. I haven't seen that movie in forever, but it started really young. Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. That's pretty awesome. Like, yeah, it's pretty funny that both of them started their careers around that time. But anyways, I it looked like whatever. It looked bad, but I'm like, it looks like it'll be at least passable. And I was like, what the hell, I almost could guarantee it's not gonna be worse than Taken 3. It's not. I'll say that right now. It's not worse than Taken 3. Taken 3 is still the worst movie I've seen all year. But this movie isn't very good either. It's not. It's exactly what I expected. It's not. It's not so bad or so bad it's good. It's kind of just so bad it's bad. There are some really unintentionally funny moments in it, but other than that, there wasn't too many of those in this movie, unfortunately, to make it make it or be able to qualify as so bad it's good. Um, if there's anything I could actually like about it, I actually like Kristen Chenworth. I love that she's in a mainstream movie. You don't know who she is. She's the blonde, the vice principal, and she. I was a huge fan of that show, Pushing Daisies, and that's one of those shows that was so good that of course, it got fucking canceled because that's the good shows get canceled and the bad ones keep on air. And Chris, yeah, she's in this movie and it's like she's fun in it. Although it's very funny when she's the only parts where she's really bad in this movie is when she's trying to be intimidating. She is Kristen Chenoweth. She cannot be intimidating whatsoever. She's very the most least intimidating person I've ever seen, and it kind of made me chuckle. There's a lot of points in this movie I did chuckle. Even my friend was chuckling at it. Even she was like, she kind of like likes these kinds of movies. She turned to me and kind of went, "This movie isn't very like." We were walking out. She's like, yeah, that movie was kind of funny. Like, right? So the acting was really bad. Yeah, that's the problem with this movie. The acting is really bad in this movie. Especially the guy. Oh my god. He is way over the fucking top in this movie. Really over the top. Like, he goes from, like, nice kid to psychopath in, like, 2 seconds. I'm not fucking joking. Like, it's there's no setup to, like, why he's crazy. He just becomes crazy because the plot says it is. And when he goes crazy, he is fucking hysterical. There's some really bad acting from him in this movie. My friend was pointing out, like, I wish I had her along. She has a kid, and I can't have her. Do, she has other stuff to do, but she was like, yeah, Jennifer Lopez is not very good, and she wasn't very good in this either. But she was better than the guy. I thought, honestly, the guy was the worst of the two. Um, like I knew kind of the tone of his of movie I was in, like how unintentionally funny this movie was gonna be. Um, when the opening scene or the opening credits has like some really laughably bad a line reading from who's the guy from Sex and the City, the ex-husband, and the son, and like the lines dialogue, it sounds really bad, like really really funny and really really bad. Also, this is this movie could have been solved in like 20 fucking minutes. Seriously, this movie could have been like a 20-minute movie. You know what? One thing that Jennifer Lopez doesn't do until like an hour and a half into this movie that she should have done like fucking early on and could have got, this movie could have been over easily. Call the fucking cops. Not once in this movie, except like towards the end, does she ever call 911. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I turned to my friend, I'm like, this movie could have been solved like 10 minutes ago. Like, she has enough proof and enough evidence against this guy to get him arrested and put a restraining order against this kid. There's enough evidence against him. I mean, he's proving that he is a psychopath. It's not really like because he beats the shit out of a kid and fucking fractures a kid's skull. I'm not joking here. And at one point, it proves that he's kind of a little fucking crazy. So I don't think they have. I'm pretty certain if she would have just called the cops in the first place, this would have been solved so fucking easily. It's one of those movies where believability just goes right out the fucking window. It's not once does she fucking call the cops. Also, am I the only one notice this? This never gets brought up. I fucking dead. Somebody who's watched this movie, please tell me if I was wrong in thinking this. But did the girl in the movie, remember, there's a scene where the son, he finally asked this really hot girl or Jennifer Lopez's son asked this really hot girl to the spring fling or the fall fling or whatever the fuck it's called. He asks her out and she goes with him, and then like a scene later, Jennifer Lopez is in the hears the noises like loud music next door where the guy is, or at this point being a crazy stalker, and she looks over and this blonde is giving him a blowjob. I'm not certain, but wasn't that the girl that he went to the fall, or her son went to the fall fling with? Because that's never mentioned. I swear to God, that was her. Like, am I the only one who noticed that? And it never gets mentioned whatsoever. Like, she just disappears, too, from the fucking movie. She has a lot of scenes, like, early on in the movie and then just fucking disappears. So, I'm assuming that was, but I don't know. Like, I thought that would be a plot point, but no, it just, like, never gets mentioned, ever. And I do find it fucking ironic. I'm going to spoilers, but when they do find out that the husband, well, honestly, the husband and the son never really do find out that she had sex with this kid by the end of this movie. They never really do. They just find out he's a psychopath. And that's it. Like, so, honestly, she could have just, like, I'm sitting there like, so she could have just called the cops and this would have went away and they would have never known. Like, all the evidence that he had, like, I'll give this movie props because I was sitting there like, I was watching the trailer. He tells her he has photographs of them and all that stuff. I'm like, how did he take pictures of them? How did he take video of them? They do explain that. Thank you, movie. At least I was half expecting them not to explain that, and that would have bugged the fuck out of me for the rest of the movie. But they do explain that. But again, like, this whole movie would have been solved easily if they just would have called the fucking cops. It's one of those movies that's just dumbfounding, and the acting is pretty bad. Although, other than, like I told my friend, I've seen worse. Especially the last couple of months, I've seen worse than this. This isn't, like, the worst thing I've seen. It's far from it. It's not Taken 3 bad. Taken 3 pissed me. It did, like, it was just fucking terrible. This movie is well made. It's really more well made than fucking Taken 3 was. Fuck's sake. God, that movie did piss me off. Like, just how bad that movie was. Like, you take the first Taken and then you look at that and how that was made, and then look at Taken 3. Now I'm just going on a rant about Taken 3. I'm really, for next year or so, I'm going to do that. But anyways, yeah, Boy Next Door is not very good. If you're like me, you knew what you're getting into, so if you're like me, it's exactly what you expected. So there you go. As far as previews, we kind of got in, when we got in the theater, previews were already planned, so I might have missed a couple. I was surprised I didn't get the 50 Shades of Grey trailer, weirdly enough. I got Insidious Chapter 3. I wasn't sure what the fuck I was watching, and then I heard the Dancing for the Tulips song. I'm like, oh, fuck off, it's Insidious. I fucking hate Insidious. I hated the first one. I didn't see the second one. I heard it was bad. So, I'm not watching the third one. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that. The Longest Ride, a new Nicholas Sparks movie. That's all you need to know. Fuck. I don't give I could give a flying fuck about another Nicholas Sparks movie. And it's got Alan Alda. What the fuck did they drag him in this piece of shit? That's what drives me nuts about Nicholas Sparks movies. They bring in really good actors all the fucking time, and you're like, why are you in this movie? And then a new trailer for Focus. I still don't know what the fuck that movie's about. It's Margot Robbie and Will Smith, and I think they're thieves or something. I wasn't really paying attention to that trailer, so I can't really say anything about it. Me and my friend were just talking during the trailers, and then the movie started and we shut up. Like normal people should. Although there was people behind me and wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, oh my god, they thought that movie was amazing. They were sitting on the edge of their seat. Like, I was just sitting there like, most of it I was laughing at. I was surprised I didn't get also the trailer for Unfriended. But anyways, my friend we were talking about, I might have somebody to recruit to go see 50 Shades of Grey with me. I'm not seeing that by myself. I will not see that. I am seeing it when it comes out, but I won't see it by myself. I'm hoping she will go with me. She's been a long time friend of mine since high school, and we'll have fun. We'll go see that movie. That should be a fun movie. I want it, and I'm gonna try to get her to do a review with me. This would be funny. That'd be really fucking funny. But anyways, that's The Boy Next Door. Don't fucking go see it. I'll be back with my other review in a couple minutes.